What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collective clips where you already know the gun's about to toss, get it in. But before I get it in, let's get to this intro. Welcome back to the collective clips. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you do that. Put your notification bell on all, brother, so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that the gun stays kicking. And what you gonna do, Wood, when a new Super Wood, a real Hulk Wood, runs wild on you? What are you gonna do, right? I'm very humbled by all the support. Thank you. Let's talk fucking wood business, brother, right? How only a Mexican can. A lot of people are questioning me. I've had a few white men, I don't say white boys, white men, right, have questioned me and asked me, why do you always use the Hulk Hogan voice when you're talking about woods, brother, right? It's not a Hulk Hogan voice, okay? Although this story is about real Super Hulk. No, not fucking Hulkster from WWF. I'm talking about a real fucking incredible Hulk, right? This dude was probably the biggest wood. Look, not probably. 6'8", 330 is the biggest wood I've ever seen in my life in real life. And I'm going to tell you right now, there was a whole lot of yes sirs and no can do's, right? That's exactly what it was fucking with me. And it's just the truth, right? But they want to know why I use the Hulk Hogan voice. It's just a voice that I use. I've been around a lot of woods. And of course, everybody has different voices. I've been around a wood that talks like this. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, yeah, what's up, dude? Yeah, brother. We're really kicking it, brother. And then I've been around some woods that are like, what's up, brother? Right? Crazy woods. At the same time, man, those that have been locked up, those that have functioned or been around good white men, good woods. Now, there's a difference between a white man and a wood. And I'll tell you right now, man, there's white men all over this world that are just working every day, doing their thing. Saying you got them real nice trucks with that they want to let you know they're in the union. If you ever see a big old, beautiful, nice truck with, I am a fucking member of the union, that motherfucker right there got a badass blonde with big nipples and a straight good job. That's a fact. 100% fact. All that motherfucker does is eat tomahawk steaks and drink fucking Michelob Light. That's it. That's what he does. Pura. But I've been around the gutter, brother. I've been around woods that actually function in and out of prison, or were bikers, or were tweakers, or were just lived that life, And I've been around white guys that were, white Crips, white Bloods, white whatever, right? White is right, brother. I just been around a lot of different people. But this particular one, Roach introduced me to, now this brother was fucking Hulkwood. So again, man, just to let the woods know out there and the whites, I'm not doing it as a form of disrespect to say that all woods sound like Hulk Hogan, but it's just, I'm doing a character, man. I'm doing a voice. And Roach fucking sounded like Hulk Hogan, so fuck you, straight up. That's how he sounded. He'd be like, brother, I need meth. What you gonna do, brother, when me and Jean, what the fuck, me and Jean? Yeah, my mom, her middle name's Jean, right? I'm telling you. So anyways, trip out. So me and Roach were into some fucking shenanigans. What had happened was I tried to go, so Roach was a good connect of mine. Like we were connected on all levels. And he was leaking, meaning it was dry season. For some reason, whoever he was fucking with wasn't fucking with him. He had burnt a few people, did a few things. It got locked up on a violation. So during them times, man, I can't slow down. I got to do what I do. So I started fucking with somebody, right? Went behind his, he said, you went behind my back, brother. No, I did it in front of your face, only you weren't right there. And I got a new connect. And so I'm moving and grooving. I'm actually doing big things at that time, which it wasn't big like you think it's big, but to me it was, right? And so I'm doing my thing with a few family members from out of town, and it is what it is. Anyways, he gets out and he's like, you need to fucking put me on, brother, until I can get back in with my peoples. So, of course, man, like a blessing, I do what I could do, and I introduce him to one of my people, and they are not fucking with him. Not whatsoever. On site, they're like, get that motherfucker, trailer park motherfucker off my porch. And I'm trying to tell them, nah, this is a good-ass dude. He's solid, man. They're like, I don't give a, hey, I don't, this is how the homie talk. I don't give a fuck if he's solid, eh? Nah, he's solid as a rock. I don't care. That fucking white dude off my porch, right? So I'm like, listen here, brother. I had to go wood on him. It's not going to happen, dude. Right? He's like, brother, how many fucking times have I backed your play? You were in Norteño. I took you around Serranos. Backed your play. I said, no, hell no. I got jumped. I haven't even did a part 2 to that video yet, how that shit ended up, right? I said, hell no. And I brought you around all my good wood partners, all my brothers, and they showed you a level of respect like they've never showed a Mexican ever. I said, what are you talking about, bro? Shit, every time I go with you, man, there's always some bullshit. Yeah, brother, but that's besides the fucking point. Cow shit, bullshit, it's all shit, right? Hook me up. Hook me up from your own stash, brother. If this dude won't do it, you do it for him. So, of course, man, I plug him with what little I have, and it's not enough. So we both start doing dirt bad. We start doing dirt bad because Roach, after I hooked him up with more than I should have, meaning I got fronted and I gave him like almost over half the front. He's like, don't worry, brother. I'm going to go to Manteca. And I got some fucking essays over there. I mean, I can't take you this time because them Serranos right there will fuck around and kill you. But I'm going to go over there. I'm going to get this. I'm going to do that. We're going to chop it up, slice it, dice it, and reverse it. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I pull the shit down, then I revert. I'm like, all right, Miss Elliott, do your thing. So he never comes back. And I'm concerned. I remember that day I was fucking standing by the phone. I was looking at the phone like if that motherfucker was going to jump up and jump in my hand. I was just, and this is old school phones, right? I'm me mugging the dog shit out of that phone, man. My chick at the time, she's like, just do something. And I said, no, you don't understand, man. This is the difference between life and rent right here. You understand? I trusted this wood with everything. Brother, it wasn't his fault, right? So anyways, what had happened was he went to Manteca. Them dudes try to burn him. He gets into a little mix. He gets away, gets pulled over, gets caught with fucking a little issue. I don't know where he put the dope at. Hopefully he tucked it, right? I never know to this day. He never told me. But anyways, I think them dudes got him. He gets called. The cops get called on him. Boom. He gets pulled over, gets caught up. Bam. He goes to the county jail. That's it. He's gone. I don't know this shit. I have to finally call his mom. Like, she's like, I don't fucking know where he's at. Look, I'm tired of Mexicans calling here looking for white men. Okay, it should be the other way around. It should be white men on the Mexicans, not the Mexicans on the white man. I'm like, hey, look, I'm just trying to figure out. You ain't figuring out shit. Figure this out, S.A. I said, don't call my phone. His mom was super Karen before Karen was Karen, right? So I'm like, all right, well, if he calls, fuck you. I'll tell you that, right? So she hangs up on me. So I ain't getting no information. So I call Hurley, who is a good homeboy of his. I call Hurley. I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? What's up with Roach, man? Like, I gave him some shit, and he was like, yeah, I know, bro. And look, he talked like a regular white guy. He was like, yeah, bro, I know. Well, listen here, brother. He got caught up out there in Manteca. I'm like, for reals? He's like, yeah, brother. So I don't know what to tell you, man. There's some essays. They try to hornswoggle them, and you know that just is what it is. You're just gonna have to wait, brother. Spérate. I'm like, spérate. I said, look, how about, do you got anything like I could get a front and then I could, get you back? He's like, no can do, brother. I'm working construction right now with a whole bunch of Mexicans, so I'm tired of dealing with you people, if you know what I mean. I'm like, all right, cool. So anyways, it's a few months and I'm doing robbery bad, if you know what that means. That means I'm willing to go into Walmart and scan everything that's of high value and take it to around the corner to this black dude I know that buys fucking food. The struggle is real. And Roach gets out, and the first day he gets out, he's a solid ass wood because he calls me. He's like, brother, let me explain. So he tells me the whole story again. Get pulled over, and he went into jail for a few months, and he had to actually go to Tracy and go do some time. Now he's back. He did a violation. So I'm like, all right, bro. So how are we gonna get that back? Do you want to go do? And I'm doing so dirt bad. I'm willing to do whatever. He's like, no, brother. I got a hold of one of my homies, but brother, when I say this is a gigantic one, now I'm not thinking when he says gigantic, I'm thinking a big plug. Someone who's going to really put some in our pockets. And he's making it sound the way he's like, brother, I'll stick my reputation on. I said, you stuck your reputation on my fucking money, on the shit I gave you. Oh, well, I fucked my reputation up right there, brother. But let me get it back. Let me double back like a Mozzie song, brother. I promise you, this dude right here is a big one. We're going to get fucking plugged beyond our wildest dreams. No, I don't like the way that sounds. A white man plugging me. Not that maybe he could plug you and then you could just give me whatever's left over. Brother, you got to come with me. He's got to meet the SA that looked out for me. I said, all right, the NA, remember? Yeah, the NA, the SA, the CA, the shout out to all the AAs. Hey, let's go. So we take a ride. I'm not going to tell you where we took a ride to because from what I heard, this dude is still in the mix. And look, have you ever seen something in slow motion, like real slow motion? Fuck the movies. Fuck CapCut. all this other I'm talking about real slow motion. Well, let me tell you about slow motion. We pull up. I tell Roach, get off the car, make sure it's cool for me to even be here, man. Sometimes you take me to places that I feel very odd, man. You know, a bunch of bikers looking at me like, who's the fuck's this guy, brother? Right? And I'm like, nah, fuck that, right? They got chains and whips and nooses and all kinds of shit, man. You know how white guys are. That element and that lifestyle, they are different, right? Motherfucker be sitting there braiding up a rope, tweaked out of his mind, ain't slept for 9 days. Talking about, they're coming, brother. They're here, brother. Right? No, I don't need that in my life. So I'll wait in the car. You go ahead and knock on the door, ask if it's okay to do the introduction. And you got to remember, I'm doing dirt bad. So my element, my way of thinking is I'm going to get something out of this trip no matter what. Because we came on what little gas money I have. And I ain't got no way to get back. Period. And I was far from home. So the Astro van that I borrowed from my fucking primo was on fumes. No. We don't even have transmission fluid in this motherfucker. We need money. So I'm waiting there, right? And I got me a little thing on me, and I ain't even lying, man. I'm rocking back and forth like, I'll kill him. I'm trying to put myself up. All that went out the door when slow motion happened. He knocked on this door, and Roach is like kind of hunchback, no teeth. He's like, brother, it's me. It's the homie Roach. Come on, brother. It's me and my SA partner. I know, NA partner, right? And the door opened in slow motion, and dun, 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 dun. When it comes crashing down and you hurt inside. I was in that motherfucker like, dun, 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 dun. This motherfucker looked like 3 of Hulk Hogan's. Talk like him, look like him, long hair, was luxurious. He looked like Ric Flair. Woo! This motherfucker came to the door, was like, what's up, brother? What you gonna do? I was like, he kept walking out. He was walking out of that door for like 3 minutes straight. Just massive. Just he had to walk sideways. I said, oh, man, this Norteño down, right? This is all bad. I've never seen a white. I didn't even know they made white that big. But they did, right? This motherfucker came out, chest just on explosion. He's like, so, brother, hey, you want to get off the car? Come on, brother, we're cooking steak in the back. I was like, oh, he's one of them steak woods, the real ones, right? Hey, nice truck, nice home. Bad to the bone. Featherwood, right? She was bad, all tatted down just the way I like them, voluptuous and shit. He's like, hey, meet my old lady, brother. I didn't look her in the eyes, not even close. I looked at her tits. I didn't look at her eyes. So I won both ways, because if I looked at her eyes and for any reason I stood looking too long, she was beautiful too. I seen her. That could have influenced fucking Hulkwood to choke me to death. And so I made sure I kept it right on her nipples, like zeroed in, and I was happy. And so then we walked to his backyard. He had a fucking clean out. He had a fucking jacuzzi in the back. It was all whipped up. Roach just sits down all stupid and like, brother, let's get straight to the business. We didn't come to fuck. I'm like, calm down, Roach. Again, he's barbecuing big steaks, and this dude's big. He has like 10 steaks, literally 10 steaks on this grill, just big ass hocked up. And it's only him and his old lady, and she's making a salad. Like, that's supposed to do something, right? He's like, brother, you guys are more than welcome to stay for dinner. You know, you guys can share a steak. I'm like, share a steak? Motherfucker, there's 10 of them. He was big, right? He needed his proteina. So anyways, we're kicking back. He sits down. And he just looks at me. He's like, so who the fuck are you, brother? I said, oh, yeah, see, so the way it works out is I happen to be born Mexican, but got a lot of respect for the white man. He's like, yeah, brother, you know, I don't really do too much willing and dealing out of my race. I said, well, I am human. So that would, brother, don't be the fucking word police, brother. That's what you don't do. I don't like that. I'm like, okay, yeah. He's like, are you going to stay to eat if you allow me to? You know what I mean? I'm at the point now where if this human being, this fucking 330 pound, 6'8" human being allows me to eat, I'll eat. If he doesn't allow me to eat, I won't eat. Roach ain't eating anyways. Roach is like, yeah, sounds good, brother, but you know, I'm on meth. So, brother, you know, I get down. Anyways, brother, so we came to talk business. This dude's like, look, let me tell you something about business and fucking with me. Now, this is the only time, and I've been around a lot of different connects, a lot of different people. You hear these stories, man, if you fucking play me, I'll do this to you, I'll do that to you. It never happens. 9 times out of the 10, they're blowing fucking huffing, puffing, and blowing their fucking self down. Just ain't happening. But something about the way this fucker looked at me and the size of his bicep made me say, I think he's telling the truth, eh? Right? I don't know what it was, but he sits down there and he got his hands like this. And he's looking at me and he was like, so, which one of you fuckers is going to pay me back, brother? Right? Roach is like, yeah, that's it, guy. You got the money. I'm like, well, you still owe me. What about last time? And then the guy was like, what do you mean last time? Roach is like, oh, some fucking essays I went and dealt with. You know, you're right. We shouldn't deal out of our race. They're talking to me like I'm not there. Or they're talking about Mexicans like I'm not there. And I'm not backing our play. Raza, I love us. I love you. I'm about it. But that day, I was not about it. I was about to fucking get choked out about it. So I was cool, right? So I'm kicking back. I'm just surveying the situation. I'm looking for an exit route. Like, bam, there's neighbors. They got a pool. I could dive in their pool, swim, do the dolphin, the backstroke, jump over. There's a couple pit bulls. I'm cool to get bit. I'm cool to get bit at this point, right? And make it back to the Astrovan and leave Roach's ass there with Hope. So he's like, look, brother, I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you a sack, but I'm going to expect my money back from you. See, this is my white brother. And even though in the past he has deflected some payment, I'm looking at Roach like, you done brought me to a place where you owe a motherfucker money that's this big? So he goes to tell me a story. He's like, brother, let me tell you a little story, Wood. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll be honorary Wood today. I'll be the Sami Zayn of this bloodline, right? So I'm kicking back like, what's up, Oos? And he's like, listen here, brother. So a couple of days ago, there was another white brother that came here. And he decided that he was going to take some of my dope, and I got good dope. You don't think I got good dope? Right? Roach is like, he got the best dope. He's like, go ahead, do a line, Roach. Tell him if I got good dope. Roach is like, it's good dope, brother. Right? He's like, I got good dope, right? And I like to think that my shit is probably better than everyone else's. My sacks are bigger. I said, your arms are definitely bigger. That too. And I wanted to say your wife's tits are bigger too, but I know when to hold my breath and when not to. And so he tells us the story of how this dude told me I'll flip the shit in 24 hours. Dude took 25 hours. This motherfucker went looking for him and he swears up and down he ran him over. Now, this dude was one of the dudes I talk about. Big old lifted truck. Could not have nothing else. You got to when you're that big. This motherfucker arm was bigger than my Astrovan. Real talk, man. Anyways, he gives us this dope. We leave. I tell Roach, what the fuck was that? Was a giant, bro. One of the biggest men I ever seen in my life besides my homeboy Big B. That was 7'4", right? And he tells me, listen, brother, that right there is a good dude, brother. Roach is all going crazy. I'm like, Roach, why are you trying to sound more like Hulk than Hulk sounds like Hulk right now? He's like, I get all pumped up when I see him. He looks like Hulk Hogan. I'm like, yeah, he looks like fucking three of them. So what are we going to do? He's like, look, brother, he gave you the sack and he's depending on you to come back. We got a couple weeks, so give it to me, brother. I said, fuck you, right? Let me tell you what happens. Roach is on me. Come on, brother. We can flip it. We can twist it. You sell it. You nickel and dime. Like I'm doing it big. So I'm like, man, as long as I can make like $1,000 out of this, I'm good. So Roach is like, oh, we're gonna make like 2,500. Don't trip. So I give it all to Roach. Damn, man. This is why a lot of people say Mexicans are not the smartest people in the world. We are, but I wasn't. So I give him all the dope. 2 weeks later, I'm waiting by the phone. Now, I've talked to Roach in between the time. He tells me everything's good, brother. I'm stacking chips. I'm like, hey, bro, can you shoot some of the money? No, brother, we got to do it all at once because we got to make sure we have his paper off the top. We got to go back up there. And if we do, he'll give us a bigger sack. I know the way he works, right? So it's the day of. I'm looking at the phone. I'm waiting. I'm phone watching. You know what I'm saying? This is what happens. Roach doesn't call me. But I swear to Jesus Christ, that phone went dun, 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 dun. This is before ringtones, right? What the fuck? I picked that motherfucker up, and it was Hulkwood. He's like, hey, brother, today's that day. You guys on your way? I was like, hey, wait up. I'm trying to call Roach right now. Let me call you right back. He's like, hurry up, brother. Because, hey, I ain't going to be here for me and my old lady. We're going to go out to Monterey. We're going to feed dolphins and shit. I'm like, all right, yeah, we'll be, all right. Man, I call Roach's mom again. She gives me the same old rundown. Come to find out, Roach gets locked up on a new term. He got caught with all the dope, got caught with a strap. That was it. He was gone for like 2.5 years, maybe 3. Gone, right? Let me tell you what I did. I picked up that phone like a real man does. You got to be a real one, man. I don't give a fuck about it. You don't burn people. You don't do that. Where I come from, you got to, if you got that fucking ass whipping coming, you got to explain yourself. You got to be a real man. I picked up that phone like a G. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, man. I picked up that motherfucker. I called like, da, da, da. I already got him all pumped up. I'm in my mind like, fuck it, bro. Yeah, he's big. So what, right? Da, da, da. Call that phone. Can I help you? Yeah, how do I change my phone number? I immediately changed my phone number, and I never went back. What you gonna do, brother, when the gun runs away on you? That's why they call me Runner. Bang, bang, gun gang.